What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's Daily Fire. Today's topic is this: 5 months in, and I lost the battle. I failed. Sit back and relax, and welcome to today's show. All right, I'm going to dive right in. My alarm clock went off this morning, 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. The voices in my head that never go away. The ones telling me to stay in bed. The ones telling me it's comfortable here in bed. The ones telling me don't get up. You don't need to do it. They showed up like they do every single morning. And I don't know whether it was the cosmos were aligned a certain way, the stars were in a certain place. I have no idea. But I gave in to that voice. I have not done that in 5 months. I thought that side of me had died. I thought I had buried him dead in the ground. Nope, nope, nope. There I am, sitting there, alarm goes off, I grab the phone, I'm exhausted, got less than 5 hours of sleep. All these reasons, blah, 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 blah. But somehow in my stupid state, I reset my alarm for 6 a.m. and went back to bed. Alarm goes off at 6 a.m. and I sit there and I get up and I can't believe what I have done. I'm like the alcoholic who relapsed. I'm like the drug addict who took a hit. I'm like the guy who hasn't looked at porn in years and he looks at porn. I'm like the guy who somehow allowed the old version of himself to creep in and get him. He got me. He got me this morning. Got out of bed at 6 a.m. and I knew I'd screwed up. I knew I had created a mental problem for myself. So I just do it. And so I got up. I went to the gym anyways. I went to 6. I went in there. We had plans with the family today. I had to be back by 9:30 for that. So I got up, and because I did that, it threw my whole morning off. Obviously, I wasn't able to get all my morning stuff done. So it was the spiral effect. It's what I knew would happen. But more importantly than that, I look at the 5 months that I have gotten up at 4:30 in the morning when I had made that bold declaration, and I was like, I will not be the victim to the alarm clock. I will control it. I will do what I say I will do, and I failed. I failed. Some of you may not like that term "fail," but I'm gonna keep using it because truly, it's how I feel today. It's like I feel like a failure. I feel like I worked really hard. I feel like I've killed that guy. I've had massive transformation, and today I'm struggling. Today I'm in a pocket where I'm like, I just feel like I really screwed up. I feel defeated. I feel like I feel like I'm just discouraged with myself. I'm disappointed in myself. Like there's guilt and shame wrapped around it. Like I'm playing back through my mind with the conversation in my head this morning, and I'm like, how did I give into that? It was not what I knew. I needed to get up, and I just didn't do it. There was no reason other than allow that voice to win. And so I've had time today. At the time I'm recording this, it is 3:30 in the afternoon, much later than I would normally do a daily fire. And I've had all day to process it. We did a really cool thing with my family today. My in-laws are in town, and we went up on a helicopter ride around Kauai, and it was absolutely spectacular. Spectacular. Hands down, the coolest thing I have ever done on this planet. I've done a lot of cool things. That one was pretty freaking, like just jaw dropped, unbelievable. I got to see God's beauty. Got to see what He created, and man, He is good at what He does. He is good at what He does. I tell you that. But I've had a chance to process through it, and in one hand, I'm still pissed at myself. I'm still discouraged. I'm still just can't believe that I did that. And then on the other hand, I'm getting to learn a different side. I'm getting to learn the side of grace. I'm getting to learn the side of growth. I'm getting to learn the side of this game is not about perfection, right? I'm getting to learn the side of what does it mean to be disciplined? What does it really mean? And one of the questions I keep asking myself is why? Why am I doing it? Like, really, why? Why do I need to be up at 4:30 in the morning? Like, those of you who are not early risers, I'm sure you're hearing this and you're like, yeah, you don't need to be up at 4:30, bro. You can get all your stuff accomplished. And there's very successful people that don't get up that early. One of my clients made $13 million last year. He's slated to make about $16 million this year for 2023. He gets up at 6 a.m. He doesn't need to be up at 4:30. So why do I? What's the deal? What's the deal with me thinking that that's the story? And what I realize, guys, is I'm in control of that. It is my story. I'm the one that declared that I needed to get up at 4:30. Like, that's me. I made that decision. No one else made it for me. No one else is looking at me saying, hey, if you don't get up at 4:30, there's a problem, right? But I made that decision. And what I realized today is the problem is not that I'm getting up at 4:30. I'm not getting up at 4:30. The problem is I had declared powerfully that I will be up at 4:30, and when my alarm went off, I didn't get up. I didn't do what I said I would do. And no matter what you said you would do, if you look at this from just any area of your life, if you don't do what you say you're going to do, you're just setting yourself up to not trust yourself. I don't care if it's when you wake up in the morning. I don't care if it's the diet that you said you're gonna follow. I don't care if it's the way you're gonna treat your spouse or your kids. I don't care. I don't care if it's you're gonna block out your day for work and you're gonna do this in the morning and this in the afternoon, and then you don't do it. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's the fact that when you do that, you are training yourself not to trust yourself, and I realize that. And I do trust myself still. Right, one time, it's like giving myself the grace of realizing, okay, now I know what it's like to not listen to myself. Now I know what it's like to choose the lesser road. Now I know what it's like to choose the easy path as opposed to the path that I know I've declared I wanted to choose. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not going to get me what I want. Now, do I need to keep waking up at 4:30? Right now, absolutely I do, because I've got to reframe and make sure that Trevor J. White knows. And I'll probably follow the 4:30 a.m. for the rest of my life, to be honest. I actually really enjoy being up. I can see where some course corrections need to be made in my nighttime routine because I'm not getting enough sleep. And I can adjust that, but it's the 4:30 still a thing. So I know both sides. I got to see what it's like to not listen to myself. And I've lived 43 and a half years of my life not listening to myself or not trusting myself or declaring one thing and not really doing it fully and then justifying it away and all of that. But there is something to be said about doing what you say you will do. Setting a standard for yourself and then keeping it. And not just keeping it for like a minute or two. I've only been doing it 5 months. I've been on this planet for 44 years. 5 months is not a long time, right? It's almost like the adage of talk to me 3 years from now when you've done it for every day for 3 years, right? And that's really where I'm at. And that's, I think, maybe why so many people quit and fail and give up, because that's a long time. That's a long time to sit there and say, I got to do this for 3 years before it's going to like really become who I am and I'll be able to, stop fighting. Maybe I'll never be able to fight the voices in my head. I don't think they ever go away. I don't think they ever do. I think they're a part of us. I think that's duality. It's the option. It's the cool part of our lives to be able to choose. We get to choose who we listen to. We get to choose which version of us we want to be. Every day we get to do that. And even when we level up to like a new place, we still get to choose. Just like I got to choose. And this morning I made a choice. It's not going to bring me what I want. It doesn't make me feel powerful. I don't feel strong. I don't feel like I'm even though I went to the gym and I worked out literally for 2 hours, I pushed myself insanely hard physically. Right? I did. I mean, it was, in all intents and purposes, I'm proud of myself for what I did there. But I started my day in a failure mode. I started my day giving in to weakness inside of me. And that's not okay with me. That's okay maybe if you're trying to just not grow, you're not trying to improve. But in that case, I would ask you, what the heck are you doing on this planet? Like, if that's not what you want, if you're not trying to become better, wow, what a waste. What a waste. This is your only life. It's the only life you get. And if you're not trying to become better every single day and learn new things every day and kind of discover life every day, holy crap, I can't even tell you how much you're missing. Like, you're pretty much missing the whole point of this life. To tell you that the point of the life is not to get to the end of it and just have it over. The point of life is not to complete it. Like, that's not the point. The point is not to make your way to death. That's not the point. It's everything that happens in between. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with the poem called The Dash. Go look it up on Google if you haven't. It's awesome. It's awesome, right? But it talks all about the dash. It's the dash in between the dates. That's what matters. And it's what you do, what you learn, and who you become in that process. And for me, I just learned a lesson today. Learned a lesson for me. I don't like that. I don't like declaring one thing and then not doing it. And I had thought, this is what's crazy, I thought I'd beat that out of me. I thought I was to a place where I was over that. Like, nope, if Trevor declares it, he's going to do it. Clearly, not the case. Clearly, I got some work to do. And clearly, I think I'm just starting. I think I'm just in the beginning stages of that, the beginnings of doing that. And there's so much to be learned on this planet. There's so much to be learned every single day. And this is just another one of those lessons for me. I've got to do what I say I'm going to do. Set the standard and then stick to the standard. So take a look at your life. Take a look at your areas around body, being, balance, and business. Where are you not doing what you said you will do? Where are you giving in to the voice inside that is trying to make you play small, make you stay average, make you stay at your lowest common denominator? Because it's easier. Like, where is that for you? And what can you do about it? What can you do about it today? What's one thing you can do? Maybe set a standard for yourself and keep it. Something with your diet, something with your workout routine. Maybe it's like me, what time you wake up. Something inside of this, your relationship with your husband or your wife, like something inside of that game. Maybe it's your relationship with God, right? You keep saying, I want to read the Bible, I want to read the Book of Mormon, I want to read the scriptures, or I want to pray, or I want to, commune with God. I really want to connect with Him. Go take 10 minutes. Maybe you live in a beautiful place like me and you can go down to the beach like I'm at right now. Maybe you could do that. If you can't, just go into your closet. Just go somewhere. Go sit down on your couch and give yourself that 10 minutes to be able to actually connect with God. Maybe you don't even know what God is, and I'm saying that and you're like, what? Like, that's a bunch of hippity-dippity, religious, blah, blah, blah. And maybe that's how you feel. But I can promise you God doesn't feel that way about you. And so whatever it is, find the area for you where you keep saying you're going to do a thing and you keep giving in to the weaker version of yourself inside. You listen to that guy and then you don't do it. And do something about it today. Do something about it today. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'm grateful to be here on this planet. I'm grateful to know that God's got me no matter where I'm at, no matter how many lessons I learn. And I want to remind you, as always, you're only one pivot away.